Most people think fulfillment is something you arrive at, a destination, a number you hit, a business you start, the life you build. And then, after you get those things, you'll feel fulfillment. But that's simply not true. I thought that too, twice. And twice, life showed me I was wrong. The first time, I lost everything. The second time, I had everything. And both times, for very different reasons, I had to relearn what fulfillment actually is and was to me. By the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the exact 3-step system that came from those two experiences. A system that creates what I call foolproof fulfillment. Not motivation, not hype, but a process that helps keep you connected to what actually matters and helps you move towards it daily. But first, I need to show you why everything you've been told about fulfillment is wrong. Because if you don't understand that, then this system means nothing. Here's what most people believe about fulfillment and what keeps them stuck. They think it's outcome-based. I'll feel fulfilled when I'm making 6 figures, when the business scales, when I get the relationship, when I can afford to have everything done for me. But here's the truth. That's not fulfillment, that's comfort. And comfort and fulfillment are completely different things. Fulfillment is not having things done for you, it is doing the things. It's the act of making something, building something, growing through something. It's washing your own car and looking at a job well done using your own hands. It's cooking a meal from scratch and sitting down and eating what you created. These sound like small things, but they're not. They're the texture of a life that feels like yours. The moment you outsource everything, is the moment life becomes frictionless. You also outsource the feeling of being alive. And that's why the people who achieve everything they want to achieve end up feeling nothing. The first time I learned what fulfillment actually was, I didn't choose to learn it. It was forced on me. I lost everything. I'm not gonna dress it up. All my money was gone. I couldn't afford the things I thought made my life good. And for a while I thought, this is it. How do you make yourself feel okay when you have nothing to point to? But something happened in that period that I did not expect. When you strip away all the things that you thought were making you happy, you find out what actually does make you happy. It was the small things. Making a meal and having it come out right, a real conversation, going for a walk and noticing things I hadn't noticed before, doing the work in front of me, and not for a result, not for a reward, doing it well just because that's what I wanted for myself and that's who I am, someone that gets shit done. I found out fulfillment comes in the doing, not the having, not in the arriving, in the process of engaging fully with whatever is in front of you and doing it on purpose with intention because you chose to be there. Losing everything taught me something I couldn't learn any other way, what I actually need to feel okay. And it was a lot less than what I thought. Then my business finally grew and scaled and I thought, this is it, I've made it. I've earned the right to take my foot off the gas. So I did. And within weeks, that same emptiness came back. Different circumstances, but same feeling. Because here's the lesson I missed the first time around. The growth was the fulfillment. The building was the fulfillment. The daily act of working towards something that mattered. Pushing through the hard parts, figuring things out. That was it. That's what I'd been looking for. So the moment I stopped working and growing is the moment I stopped feeling fulfilled. And that's when it clicked. Fulfillment is not a destination. It's what happens when you're genuinely in motion, going towards something that actually means something to you for reasons that are actually yours. You cannot outsource that. You cannot hack it, and you can't arrive and then sit down. It requires your active participation every single day. Not as a burden though, as a privilege. Because the alternative, a life where everything is done for you, nothing challenges you, nothing costs you, that's not freedom. That's a very comfortable, slow death. So if fulfillment lives in the doing, then doing what? Because not all action creates fulfillment. Busy work doesn't fulfill you, running someone else's race doesn't fulfill you, action for action's sake does not fulfill you. It has to be action towards something you actually want, towards something that actually means something to you, which means you need 3 things, and most people are at least missing one. You need to know what you want. Not what looks good and not what sounds impressive and nothing surface level. What's actually yours? What would you pursue if no one was watching, if no one would ever know that you had it? Then you need to know why you want it. And I don't mean the surface level why, but deep down, why do you want this? What will it give you? Not because I want financial freedom. Keep going. What does financial freedom actually mean to you? What does it give you? What does it protect? What does it let you become? Keep asking until you feel something. That's the real why. And that's what carries you through on the hard days when nothing is working. Then you need to take action towards those 2 things every single day. Not when you feel motivated, not when the conditions are perfect. Every day, because results come from repeated action every day and nothing less. And because the action itself, if done correctly, if done consciously, done on purpose, is where the fulfillment actually lives. So here's the system I want to leave you with. 3 steps, simple enough to start today. Step 1, find your what, and find your why. Take an hour today, sit somewhere quiet, no phone, no distractions, just you, a pen, and a piece of paper. Ask yourself, what do I actually want my life to look like? And in detail, not vague, not aspirational language. Real specifics. Where do I live? Who am I surrounded by? What kind of a relationship do I have? What does my Tuesday look like? Then ask why. For every answer, ask why it matters. Keep going until you feel it. Write it all down. This is the foundation. Without it, everything else is just noise. Step 2, build your daily primer. Every morning before anything else, write one entry. 2 minutes maximum, answer these 2 questions. What am I building towards and why does it matter to me today? Not a gratitude list, not affirmations, just those 2 questions. Because when things get hard, and they will, you'll have already answered the most difficult question of the day before the day has started. You'll know what you're working for. That reminder is what separates people who push through from people who quit. Step 3. Act every day without waiting to feel ready. Thought to action as fast as possible. Pick one thing that actually moves the needle today. Not the easy stuff, but the real work, and do it first, before the day has a chance to take you elsewhere. That's the whole system. Know what you want and why. Remind yourself every morning, and act before the resistance shows up. It's not complicated, it's just not easy. And that's the whole point. I've lost everything and had to find fulfillment in nothing. I've had everything and I've had to rediscover why the work matters. Both times, the answer was the same. It's in the doing, it's in the growing. It's in knowing what you're building and showing up for it every single day. Not because it's easy and not because you always feel like it, because it's yours. That feeling of moving forward on purpose, towards something that actually matters to you. That's what 99% of people never find. Not because they can't, but because they never stop long enough to ask the right questions. Stop and ask them today. If this video helped, stop, drop a comment, and tell me one thing that you're going to do differently today. I read every single one, and I have a link to a free course in the description.